Hello everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna finish the JJ Tag a Day challenge that was done in February by Shannon at Mixed Media, Minnesota. I've been working my way through and I'm ready to finish. So I'm really excited. So so I shared with you everything that I made up until here. So I did the beach and the water on camera. And then, so I did doodle, farm, postal, hand stitch off camera. And then I'm going to do tree and map today while you're watching. So let's see what we have. So for doodle, we have this fun little piece that I'm going to be honest and say I made, I made this. I drew this kind of a long time ago, a couple years ago probably. Um, and I call this doodling, making my mandalas. And then I just thought it would be fun to make a round pocket out of it. So that's what we have here for that one. So that just goes in there. And then for farm, I have nothing farm. I went through every picture book, collage book, everything that I had, nothing farm. But I found this, and so I thought this image, I'm not sure what this is called. I thought it was something about the farmer, but I don't know. I know it's a classic painting, but that's what I did for farm. And then for postal, that was pretty easy. I had this little postcard, and then I just backed it and just put some decorations on it. Really like that. And then I don't know if you're going to be able to see this for the stitch, hand stitch. I had one of these tags. Let me show you. I'm actually going to work on another one of these tags in my next video. So it had this on it, and I just took some embroidery floss and I just stitched inside. You can't really see it, it's subtle, but it's a cute little decoration. And then I just backed it, so right here is where the stitching is, and that's that. So the next thing we're going to work on is tree. And so I have this tag. I think I'm going to decorate this side. So that means I need to put some paper on this side. Actually, this fits. Cool. Okay, so let's do that. So somehow I have 3 open glue sticks. I can tell that this one is almost gone. So I pulled out the 2 that I know are almost gone, so I could use these use these up today. Yeah, when I go back and forth between working upstairs and in my art room, and then downstairs, like when I'm watching TV, I usually just grab a fresh glue stick. And then, yeah, and so then I have multiple that are open, which are not that big of a deal because I actually use a ton of glue stick. Although I have to say this, I can't find this I used to buy it in a 4-pack, I believe. Really economically sound to buy them in a 4-pack. But I can't, they say temporary out of stock. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Very frustrating because it's my favorite glue stick. And it's the only one I found that actually works. So I did buy a different, it's still 3M Scotch glue stick, but this one is purple and then dries clear. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. Okay, so now that one's backed, and then let's start decorating. So I thought I would I just pulled out a bunch of stuff. So we'll see. I thought I'd do some book page. Now this is from Game of Thrones, so I have to be sure there's no foul language or gratuitous sex scenes. I don't see anything. Most of it's going to be covered, but I do like to have a little bit in there. I see wedding, blood. Anyway, and then I do think I'm going to wrap it around. Okay. So I hope you're all having a good day. I'm just over a third of the way done with my radiation treatments. So far I'm doing okay. I am noticing that I'm getting fatigued. Nothing though compared to when I was on chemo. So very grateful for that. So then this is the image that I have. So I thought that would be, yeah, I like how that looks. But I also pulled out just some collage-y bits just to see what I like. Well, I forgot to ink that. And I've been using the archival ink. Because it's more permanent. Not sure why. I got it for Christmas. I don't think it was last year. I thought it was the year before maybe. But I hadn't really opened them. And so I just decided to start using them. I don't even know if I'm going to use these pieces, but I'm going to ink them up anyway. So I am seeing a naturopathic oncologist along with a medical oncologist, and the naturopath has put me on some supplements, vitamin D, which actually I just had an appointment with my oncologist this week and had labs done, and my vitamin D is extremely low. So I have to take some vitamin D. But the naturopath has put me on God, I can't think. So I take probiotics. I take well, I've been taking 2,000 UI or whatever it is of vitamin D, and I was taking calcium, but it's been it doesn't agree with my stomach at all. So I went off of it, but the challenge is he wants me to take or ingest through food 1,200 milligrams of vitamin D, and I, as a rule, don't do dairy, but I don't know, it's really, really hard to get that much calcium. I still have a very low appetite, and oh, that looks really good. So maybe I'll just put this here and not put this one. Yeah, I'll just do that. So the naturopath also, so I'm also taking some mushroom supplements and fish oil. So that's what he has me doing for supplements. I'm going to put this up here a little bit more, and then that down there. Okay. And then I'm taking my one hormone pill. I have another hormone pill that I'll be starting after radiation, a week or so after radiation is done. But he's also, the naturopath wants me to eat 4 days a week vegetarian, which again would not be a huge deal, except I just don't do dairy, and it's really, really, really hard. Well, I should also say I also do not do soy. I will do dairy. So dairy plugs up my head, so it gives me a lot of postnasal drip, and if I eat way too much of it, I get a sore throat. I will eventually lose my voice, and this is an allergy that I've had my whole life. Didn't find out until I was a sophomore in high school when I got allergy tested, because I was chronically sick with sinus infections and laryngitis. So I can eat it. I can eat some. It's uncomfortable for me to eat it. Okay, that's really cute. Now I want to put a pull. I wonder, is that too big? No, I like it. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. So it's really hard to get protein, especially when I don't do soy. Soy upsets my stomach also. And surprisingly, synthetic folic acid. So folic acid is, for those that don't know, is added when the ingredients say enriched flour. Enriched means that they've sprayed it with supplements, synthetic supplements. And there are some people, it's a DNA thing that they found out, that some people get extreme cramping in their lower intestine when they eat synthetic folic acid. Not the regular folic acid that you get from, vegetables and things like that. It's the synthetic stuff. And so here's how my thought process goes. The folic acid, the lower cramping that I get is, I don't like it. It scares me, like, especially since I've had this cancer scare. I'm like, oh my God, now do I have colon cancer? Do I have, cervical cancer? What's going on? And then after the synthetic folic acid has gotten out of my system, I don't have those cramps anymore. So first and foremost, I 100% try to avoid folic acid. That's like my number one. So if I'm looking at trying something new, or basically I know that if I'm going to get bread from a restaurant, it's going to have folic acid in it. There's things like Dave's Killer Bread. I don't know if you guys get that everywhere, but if it's made with organic wheat, usually there is no folic acid added. Okay, so there's my tree. Okay, I like that one. That one turned out nice. And the last one is map. Oh, sorry, I had to take a drink of water. So yeah, he wants me to eat 65 to 68 grams of protein a day. I'm on a really, really, really good day. I get 60. I think there's only been once or twice since I started trying to do this that I actually reached 65 to 68. I'm going to round the corners on this. So yeah, so that's tough. And I can't even come close to getting that amount of calcium. There's things like spinach that I know have calcium, but the thing is, the calcium does not. You have to cook the spinach. It has to be cooked, steamed, whatever, boiled, and so I was going to do it this way. That's right, because there's a little bit of map already here on this master board. So and it's 1 cup of steamed spinach, which I could eat, but do you know how much spinach that is? Like raw spinach? That is a huge amount of raw spinach. Once you boil it down, to have a cup of boiled or steamed spinach that's just crazy. I don't like the back of that, but that's gonna stay. So yeah, the spinach is really high in calcium when it's cooked. I mean, maybe this summer when we have so much of it in our garden that I don't know what to do with it all, I'll be able to get all that. But during the winter, I would have to buy like a fresh, probably 2 bags of spinach every day in order to eat that much. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm finding it frustrating that it's difficult to get in. And it's funny because when you look, like personally, when I look at the nutritional value of foods, when a small can of tuna fish has like 40 grams of protein, which is great, but technically I'm only supposed to eat meat 3 times a week. I'm just finding it difficult. So I just thought I'd do just a little collaging here. And I just pulled out some stuff. Yeah, so the naturopath did say, on the days that you do eat meat, as a rule, he said you should eat things first and foremost that have no legs. So like fish, which I already do love and eat, quite a bit of. I love salmon and tuna fish, and I love any seafood. Scallops, shrimp, crab, clams, oysters. I love it all. But I am the only one in my family that loves seafood. And so we just don't have it that often because I would have to, make it myself. So, and there's other things that are, semi-high in protein, like quinoa, which I have, but I don't love it. Yeah, it's just tough. Tough. And I think I've been trying to eat this way for 3 weeks, and I've done 1 week where I know for sure that I had 4 days vegetarian. Another thing that has a ton of protein is cottage cheese, which I do like, but again, it's cheese. Plugs me up. It's the same thing with like yogurt. I liked this because it looked like a road sign, kind of. And I decided to leave the wings and do that, so I thought that was kind of cute. So I'm thinking of just doing something just like that, just really random and makes no sense. It's just a collage of stuff. So that's my woes of trying to eat a mostly vegetarian diet. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, especially when you have foods that, you know, don't agree with you and you feel really crappy when you eat them. Yeah, it's tough. But I know he's trying to, one, get my strength up. My protein count in my blood work is low. It's been low for quite some time. A lot of those foods that he's having me, you know, try and eat are, they help with reducing inflammation, which when you're ill, you have a lot of inflammation, which is not good for your body. So yeah, so I know the reasoning and I understand it, and you know, I really wish I could handle more, you know, different types of foods. Okay, so here we go. So I think that's pretty well. Should I put a poll on it? I have so much scrappy papers. I did semi clean up my desk. Okay, so I have this. Could do a map poll. I was thinking of putting something like this on here too somewhere. This is a full-on sticker. I'm cutting it so I can use pieces of it. I believe it's Tim Holtz. I'm trying to use up stuff that I have that I just don't use. Okay, there we go. So that was really fun, Shannon. I have to tell you that this this challenge really helped me get back into the groove. Just get back in the habit of getting in my art room and creating. And yeah, it's just been great. So I really, really appreciate it. So there's my map. Okay, so these are the two that I made today. And that's it. That's all I have. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. And yeah, that's it. So bye everyone. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.